Today we go over exciting news for Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes to a brand new casting reveal. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, the filming stage for Episode 9 doesn't begin until the very end of July. However, as we get closer to the principal photography stage of this big motion picture in the Star Wars franchise, the final film of this trilogy, we're going to be learning more and more about exactly who has been cast to portray certain characters in Episode 9. And all thanks to Variety, we just learned of a very good actress, in my opinion, Keri Russell, who does indeed have a past with J.J. Abrams, and she has worked with him before, I believe. Now, this comes directly from Variety, and they say, sources tell Variety that J.J. Abrams has tapped the Felicity Alum to join Star Wars Episode 9, which Abrams is writing and directing. Russell and Abrams last collaborated on 2006's Mission Impossible 3. The role calls for action-heavy fight scenes, and Russell has shown her ability to perform tough stunts in projects like FX's The Americans, Mission Impossible, and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Goes on to say, Abrams and Lucasfilm execs had been meeting with several actresses for the role for the past 2 months and settled on Russell right before the 4th of July holiday. Abrams will likely cast 2 more actors or actresses by the time the film begins production at the end of the month. So, what's really interesting about this is I believe Keri Russell lines up directly with the character that we have heard about before in the past as Mara. Now, there was a lot of speculation that maybe she's going to portray a new version of Mara Jade in the Disney canon. Not quite the same Mara that we all know and love in the EU, but a different version of Mara Jade is a big possibility. In fact, if you look at Keri, she kind of does resemble Mara Jade a lot. If you were to give her red hair, put her in a nice black suit, and everything is done right then and there. So Keri Russell, you know, she does have quite a lot of experience, and this is something that honestly excites me. She was in The Americans. She was in Free State of Jones, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Arrested Development. I mean, the list goes on. Wonder Woman, she did the video for one of the voices. Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible, Felicity. I mean, there's so many projects that she has been involved with. That's the thing that really gets me excited for all of this, honestly. So the fact that JJ cast her and her resemblance to the character of Mara Jade, it could just be, you know, coincidental, but there's something about her that really does remind me of Mara Jade straight from the EU. If you guys are not familiar with Mara Jade, go ahead and check out exactly what she looks like in Legends material for the Star Wars universe. Now, it looks like she's going to be a whole lot younger than what Mara Jade would be years later after the events of a little after Return of the Jedi. So maybe it's not the actual Mara Jade that we all know and love. Again, this could go numerous ways. Things could actually be done in a very unique way. Maybe this is going to be Mara in a flashback sequence with Luke Skywalker. Like I said, there are other ways to bring back Luke in the form of being alive. And that could all be done through flashbacks, which I think that a lot of people questioning exactly how this movie is going to be done. There's really not all that much to tell. That's what a lot of people think right now. And I can see where a lot of you guys are coming from, right? I mean, the First Order was practically destroyed. The Resistance was pretty much dwindled down to a handful. Luke is dead. We don't really know where Rey is going. So, exactly where are we going into Episode 9? It's all about Rey and Kylo and this big time jump years later. And I think that it would be amazing if JJ embraced a Star Wars movie where it grasps that idea of the Godfather Part 2 format, where it's a lot of flashbacks that explains some story elements in the present. And I think that would be a unique and smart way to not only give Luke Skywalker some more justice, some more screen time while being alive, but also when you go back to the present, Luke can also be a character in the form of a Force ghost. I think that would be a very satisfying thing to do, because I think that a lot of fans don't want to see Luke in Episode 9 only as a Force ghost. They want to see something more about Luke. And I think that flashbacks are the most clever way to go. So, again, Keri Russell, great actress. Go watch, some of her movies, especially Mission Impossible 3 and Mission Impossible, etc. I'm very excited for this. I really am. I'm glad that he cast her. I think that was a great decision. I don't know if this was the course correct, apparently, that Disney is trying to do from The Last Jedi Backlash. Again, they were going through numerous actresses and trying to figure out exactly who should portray this character. Again, guys, I believe it's the Mara character that we have heard about before. But yeah, J.J. Abrams, he's getting all set and ready to begin directing for this movie. It's just so exciting to be back in the principal photography stage of a big Star Wars trilogy movie. The adventure begins once again here. I'm still optimistic about how the sequel trilogy will in fact end. And also, I'm really crossing my fingers that JJ does in fact tie in the prequel trilogy continuity on a respectful level. We do know that that is indeed his plan, so let's just hope that he does it in the right way and ends the Skywalker saga in a very satisfying way for the Star Wars fans around the world. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.